always be there to give you whatever you want. Never lost in me. I said whatever you need. Never lost in me. I say you don't have to work no more. Never lost in me. Cause your son will be there for you. Never lost in me. Now verse 2, yeah, that's for you, boo. I send you props cause you the only one that stuck through. When I'm upset and stressed, you give me back rubs. When I'm depressed, you give me a hit off in the bathtub.
Hello, guys. This is Chanelle Valentine, and today I just want to talk to y'all about the entire start of why I came up with MomForLife, the podcast, why I even started a podcast to begin with. I know you guys who've been following me for a very long time, at least on my social media accounts. I've came a long way from being an artist to owning a business, and characteristic wise, living in California and doing the vegan life and wearing dreads, and all the way till now, to what y'all see in front of y'all today. And what better way than my first episode be explaining to you guys the root of MomForLife. Where do I start, right? Let's see. Well, I'm gonna start here. So I always knew that I wanted a kid by the age of 30, and always started at like maybe college, okay? And it was, if I didn't go off to be the next Beyonce, then my next chase was family, was just wanting to create this home that I've always wanted, and this home that I felt was tangible by putting all these families that I seen around me growing up together, like combined into one, right? If you don't know, I went to private school all my life, starting at the 3rd grade. So private school life for me, right, was all of these kids my age, but with older parents, 2 family households, all of the events we used to have, like coming to lunch or go to work with their parents, or, things like that we used to have at the school. It was a lot of people that had that 2-parent household structure. I was really the only one that was the rapper daughter in school, I would say. So a totally unorthodox family compared to the surroundings. And it had its pros and cons, of course. I had probably the youngest parents in the school too, I want to say. But again, that shaped and molded my idea of like, okay, it would be dope if my dad was here every time they had a certain event for families, parents. It would be great if, my parents were together and I was able to experience the in the household family structure. So I thought, right? Because not all households that have 2 family structures are healthy, are progressive, I feel like. So it all depends. But I knew that once I had a family, the type of structure that I wanted, even though I hadn't seen it in my immediate circle. But yeah, I knew. I had family around me that had 2 family households. My great uncles, my great grandparents that I grew up with, they grew up together in the household for over 60 years. So yeah, it was there. It just wasn't immediate. Okay. So that shaped my idea of knowing like, okay, career-wise, I was either going to be the next Beyonce, the next greatest basketball player, or a women's basketball player, or the greatest housewife there was. Okay. So boom, I leave college. Now, I wasn't always great at picking relationships or picking my partners, okay? And I know that stemmed from my upbringing, for sure. Having young parents that didn't stay together, having the mindset my mom really groomed me to protect my heart, and it backfired a lot because protecting my heart didn't come naturally. Like I've always been an open person, even when I met friends and people out. Like it was easy for me to let them in my home or like just be this open person. So having in the back of my mind that I needed to protect myself when it came to finding partnerships, and protect looked like, you know, I would say like you play them before they play you, or, you know, have a few on the roster instead of one, or, you know, just not putting all your eggs in one basket, and also not being so vulnerable all the time. And again, y'all, my nature is vulnerability. Like that makes me feel powerful because I feel like once I tell you what it is and like how I'm coming, like you can't meet me with nothing that I already then expressed. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. And I'll get into that a little bit later about what I feel about that now. But yes, so that's how I came up with picking my partners and like not really being in stable relationships to create this family structure, right? Now because that was on my heart, I kind of always dived into relationships knowing that that's what I wanted, but I was acting the opposite majority of the time, you know, like, and again, that was that conflict. So finally, when maybe I left college. Yeah, I left college. That's when I would say I started like my journey of I'm not dating. I'm not too much into relationships. I need to figure out me. I need to figure out how to get back to that structure of like, you are a vulnerable person and you want to meet somebody that's just as vulnerable and that's just as open and doesn't look at you like a crazy person because you open and you vulnerable. So tap into yourself, figure it out. Y'all know that spiritual journey, however you want to call it. But to figure out how to show up in that authentically, right? So I'm taking you into, I had this vision of wanting this family, and now I'm taking you into me creating the family, right? So during this time, so y'all can know where I was at, I was working a 9-to-5 in real estate. I had just bought my first car, like a car that I got myself, you know, so it's big time for me. I ended up having everything laid out for myself. Like I thought that once I got all of these tangible things for myself and was considered an adult for the moment, right, that was going to bring me that partnership that consisted of vulnerability and an honest person and a loyal person. But no, like, girl, them two do not add. Like, that does not. Listen, you go out and you attain those things, and you either are going and you still live in a lifestyle of like, I was still smoking weed during the time. I don't know if I should say that because my job did not smoke weed. So I was living a lifestyle that after going on my whole break too, after going on my whole spiritual journey, I still reverted back to some ways that I wasn't done with yet. So like entertaining men that didn't deserve my entertainment at the time. Like I knew it wasn't gonna go anywhere, but it was just like, oh, I'll flirt here and there, you know, this is that. So boom. I met my child's father, and the point that I was at, I knew like I was grooming myself to be a wife during this time. So I had gotten all the basics down for myself, show myself I can do that. And it was about me working on my heart and like saying, okay, if you want this, then no, you're not flirting here and there, because again, you give that attention. People think that flirting is just not that big of a deal. But what I know now, right? You entertain something that's outside of alignment and outside of what you genuinely want, you're holding space for things that's not going to work for you. And you have no room for the things that are going to work for you. So it's very important right? Very important to stand firm on, if you know that that's what you want, then you literally have to cut ties with everything around that does not align. So boom, I was not doing that during the time that I met my child's father. So I had it in my mind that this is what I was going to do. But in the midst of that, I let someone in who didn't align with the qualities and the characteristics that I knew I saw family as, right? So boom. But what did I do? I entertained it. My baby got here. Yay. And now I am, I'm so grateful for my baby, first of all. Shout out to him, because he gonna watch this when he get older. And I need him to know that I wouldn't change a damn thing about how he got here, what it looked like, and what it's gonna be. Okay. He is exactly what I needed at the time that I needed it. And that's all it's about, genuinely. So here we are. I still make family work with my child and my child's father at the time. And the triggers of knowing, like, everybody knows that has kids, once you have a kid, you grow at least 5 years in a span of 9 months. You change rapidly. It's just being a baby mom and what that looks like, and how I go from this point into me being able to talk about it and know that there's so many baby moms out there that need MomForLife podcast. Okay. There's so many moms that aren't baby moms and that are wives, because I am definitely going to be a wife one day and have a blended family, and it's going to work exactly how I wanted it to work, God's willing. So yes, I ended up, once I made the decision to be a single mother, now I'm brainstorming. I'm like, actually, I'm not brainstorming. I had already been thinking when I had Ace, like, of course, entrepreneur brain, like, what's next for me? Is it a baby book? Is it a baby record? Is it a song? What's next for me? That's purpose filled. And if y'all know, I love to talk, and I love to bring people together from all walks of life. And in order for me to be in a space where I feel like it's an asset for me, it became me wanting to bring those people together, but also let these people share their stories, right? I'm like, I was being told throughout my entire pregnancy, just talking about my relationship, talking about where I was at, talking about what I wanted. People's like, Chanelle, you need to start a podcast. You need to start a podcast. And I'm like, yeah, y'all, but I can talk to y'all. I don't know about talking to everyone about my situation or about what's going on. I'm just not confident in it yet, not comfortable in it yet. They're like, no, that's what's going to help you be comfortable. Like, you just need to start. Like, people need to hear your story. People need to, people need to talk, And I'm just like, yeah, people do need to talk, and I need to talk. And so I just got to thinking about it. It was nothing that I was solid on for a long time. And then, let me see, probably like a couple months after, I was like, I need to do a podcast. I said to myself when I started my YouTube, I was like, I need to do a podcast. And I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Still, I had the idea of, this is what I'm going through right now. I need to talk about this, but I didn't have no clue. I didn't have a clue that bringing moms together and like having a conversation about my situation in depth and being a single mother in depth was going to be the topic. So one day, y'all, I think I just woke up and I was like, yeah, like, I'm letting this shit out. This is how it's going to get out, by me relating to other mothers, giving them that space is going to fulfill me. It's going to give back. It's going to, just create a space, the space that I feel like I need right now and that I'm looking for. And with that being said, I got on my subscriptions on Instagram. Shout out to my subscribers too. Y'all keep my Instagram rolling. Y'all keep me rolling. Like, y'all subscribe monthly to hear me ramble or to see me posting stuff behind the scenes of things that I'm doing. And the support is just unwavering. Like, thank y'all sincerely. So I got on with my subscribers and I was like, y'all, I'm starting a podcast. Like I got some things coming up. I'm starting a podcast I finally came out with. I had so many names. I had a list of names, maybe like 10 names. I'm like, I need help with the name. Before Mom for Life, I had Born a Mom. That was in the top like 3. I had Moms All Around the World or something like that. So I did a lot of research, y'all. I started watching mom podcasts, trying to figure out what my thing was going to be, you know, what did I really want to talk about, how I wanted to shape everything. I was watching podcasts for like months. And then the names, I was Chat GPTing my way through things. Shout out to Chat GPT. I was Chat GPTing my way through the names and just giving them my ideas. And then, once I brought it to my subscribers and y'all helped me get to those top 3, Mom for Life was everything it needed to be. And Mom for Life, okay, I'm going to get into now. Almost done, about to wrap this up because this is the core, right? Mom for Life, the title stands for the fact that even if you don't have kids, even if you don't want kids, you had a miscarriage, you aborted a child, the heart of a woman, I truly believe, the soul of a woman, the purpose of a woman is to nurture in the best parts of nurturing, if that even makes sense, right? So being a mom, period, it's just that. And once you either have that miscarriage or have that abortion, whatever, once you carry something at some point or have the idea or know that you can carry, your mindset is always that I'm a mom. I'm built to serve a child. I'm built to be in a space of, again, nurturing and caring in a way that just fits the wave of life. That's how I can put it. It just fits the wave of life. So you can find Mom for Life Podcast on Instagram and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe at All About Chanelle on YouTube and Mom for Life Podcast on Instagram. I'm out.